ever invest in New York now. And I'm not the only person saying that.
Right. Well, look who's here now. Jordan Belfort is with us. He's the man known as the Wolf of Wall Street. Jordan, what do you think about that decision? Would you invest in New York City?
Well, it's a little bit more nuanced, my position. So as a New Yorker born and bred, it's sad because I think he's right that there are things that are happening and have been happening. You have to make it a so-called loser state financially, high taxes, the exodus because of that and so forth. But I think that here's the deal. If you're on the right and, you want to be vocal about it, you really should be very careful before you invest in New York State.
Oh, on the right, politically?
Right, politically, right? On the right side, because, they're obviously coming after you. Now, I think that keeps ratcheting up. If you want to be on the right and vocal about it, then you really should not invest. And if you want to run for office on the right, then get out and never look back. I think, but if you're on the left, I think, hey, there might be other pressures driving prices down because people on the right are going to be very hesitant. But you got to be really, if you're on the right side of the aisle politically, I mean, this is weaponizing, justice. It's obvious and everyone knows it. So it's patently ridiculous.
So you're saying flat out, the courts in New York City are heavily politicized against people who are conservative.
Well, I'm hoping that when it gets to the appeals court, this gets overturned because it's just so ridiculous in every way. But yes, this level, obviously politicized. And
nobody lost any money.
No one lost money. The banks made money.
Everybody made money.
It's just honestly, and even the amount is just bears no relation to anything that sembles reality. So it's patently ridiculous.
He's got to come up with $450 million in 30 days, and no bank that does business in New York can lend him the money.
Right.
Every bank does business in New York.
Yeah, he'll find the money. I mean, I have no doubt he's not going to sit and let them take his property. So he'll find the money somehow, and he's going to win at some either here or at the Supreme Court because the whole thing is utterly ridiculous. And he keeps going up in the polls because everyone knows how ridiculous it is. So these attacks, whether it's from here, whether it's in Georgia, anywhere else, they make him stronger. He's a tough guy for sure.
He is. I'm going to change the subject, Jordan.